Welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Tea, where we sip slow, unpack, relax, and talk about the things that are normally not talked about. Okay, so I'm your host, Anjali, and I'm happy to be back here with you. Thank you for joining us. And today, our topic that I wanted to dive into is especially for the lovers, especially for the people that use their entire heart and entire soul when navigating through life. So today's episode is about soft strength and the strength there is in balancing boundaries with love. If you've ever struggled to say no, or felt guilty for needing space, or worried that protecting your peace makes you selfish or even disrespectful, this episode is especially for you. So, what is soft strength? Soft strength is the energy of a no in a calm way. It's a no that still carries love, and it is the sacred balance between compassion and clarity, also known as discernment, right? And you're not shutting down, but you are standing tall and you are being gentle about it with the people that you love. Most often, I think strength is compared to harshness, and it can feel distant, but the most powerful boundaries are often silent and rooted and full of grace. So this is very imperative to us because when we think of the energy of the Divine Mother, that person and that energy is firm, it's nurturing, and it's also unshakable. And in that, today, we're not just talking about saying no, we're talking about doing it without losing yourself or abandoning your softness and allowing yourself to gently assert your boundaries. So, in all honesty, boundaries are discussed very openly and forwardly within psychological spaces, but boundaries are actually deeply spiritual. So, your energy is sacred, your time, your presence, your intuition, these are all your divine gifts. And just like we don't leave our doors open for strangers, we also don't and shouldn't leave ourselves openly accessible to, spiritual doors where every request, drama, or vibe that comes our way can come in. So setting boundaries is not rejection, it's literally redirection. And I know we've heard that multiple and lots of times, right? But really, it's choosing alignment over obligation. It's telling the universe that I know what's meant for me will never require self-abandonment and never require me to go outside of what I know and feel is right for me. So let's discuss when boundaries can get difficult. Boundaries can get especially difficult when it comes to family, especially if you are the cycle breaker or the empath of your lineage. Romantic relationship, when love feels like home, but your nervous system is tired. And in spiritual spaces where you feel guilted into giving or being endlessly open. Now, we're often taught that love means access, but in all actuality, sometimes love means space, silence, and sovereignty. It means being one with yourself. And if we don't fill our own cup up, how can we fill up everyone else's? Let's add some practice and practicality to this. I have a few phrases for setting boundaries without losing softness, some examples for you. I love you and I need to take some time to come back to myself. I want to be present for you, but I can't do that right now without compromising my own balance. And this doesn't feel aligned with me at this moment, and I hope that you can honor that. Now, I want you to notice none of these things are aggressive. They're pretty clear. But again, soft strength is not about apologizing for your needs. It's more about owning them with grace and being transparent. Now, as usual, we wouldn't be spiritual spilling the tea if we didn't give you some active things that you could do for support. Okay, so here are some things that can help you hold your boundaries. So a cord cutting meditation. So what you would do is you would visualize energetic ties gently being released, whether you're envisioning the tie coming undone or you're envisioning the cutting of the cord. There's also breath work. So you can try deep inhales, holding at the top, and exhaling no with intention. And this will help you get into the practice of saying no. A journal prompt. So your journal prompt will be, where am I leaking energy out of guilt? Now let's talk about guilt. I know a lot of times when we're saying no and we're assessing these boundaries and we're being active on our journey of growth, I think we can often feel guilty. So feeling of guilt often puts you in a position where you're asking yourself, am I a bad person for not showing up? And the truth is, no, you're a whole person, not a spiritual vending machine. And guilt often means that you're finally doing something different and you're changing it up. And different equates to growth. So at the end of the day, you're not selfish, you're actually self-aware, and that's sacred. And that is acting in alignment with God. So let's take a nice deep breath together. I trust myself to love without losing myself. I give with presence, not pressure. My boundaries are bridges to my peace. I am soft, I am strong, and I am sacred. These are just a few tidbits to get you by and give you a little support on this journey of being delicate and gentle, but also remembering that saying no is a full sentence and we have no reason to feel ashamed or bad. And I know growing up in different timelines can make us feel that certain things are required of us. However, it is your prerogative to do what's within you, not what's without you. And at the end of the day, if no one else supports you, I do. I'm so glad you tuned in today. I love you so, so much. Mwah. Bye.